Season 3, Episode 1 of Picard just dropped today here on February the 16th. And I got to tell you guys, it was so good, I'm about to go watch it again. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. You just get Coach on this one. Nick will be joining us later on. So Picard dropped. It's a great day. It is such a great day. I'm off work today. I get to sit down, make me a big old cup of coffee, and watch Star Trek Picard. Everybody's been talking about this. We've had people saying, "Don't watch this. Don't support Paramount. Don't support the current iteration of Star Trek." And then we heard also other people saying, "You got to go watch this because it's so good," and let them know what the fans will actually support. So I got to tell you, I watched it, and I'm very happy. Star Trek: The Next Generation is my favorite series that I've ever watched. And I kind of see myself as a casual fan of Star Trek. See, I'm so used to saying Star Wars. A casual fan of Star Trek. I really loved and still love the movies with the original cast. I love those. I've seen them all multiple, many times. That is love. I've been through Star Trek: The Next Generation from start to finish at least once. I've seen a lot of the episodes multiple times, but one time. It's Star Trek sacrilege that I have never finished Deep Space Nine. I am okay with the Next Generation movies. They're good, they're for the most part, especially First Contact. But they're not as good as the original cast movies. All that being said, finally, Picard Season 3 comes out. And this show, after just seeing the first episode, really does seem to be like a love letter to fans of the Next Generation. We are actually, I believe, going to see a Next Generation show that's going to reunite the cast in story after 20 years, basically following the Insurrection. The Insurrection movie, which was the apparent goodbye to the cast. No. They're back now. And, everybody knows All Good Things. That's one of the biggest Star Trek episodes of all time. Well, this entire season, it seems to be, and the word on the street is that this is going to be a love letter at the proper send-off to the cast of The Next Generation. And I got to tell you guys, I'm really excited about what they're doing. The scenes with Picard and Riker back together again, how the two characters play off of each other, took me right back. Now, for you not to be confused, we've seen Picard and Riker together again in earlier seasons of Picard, but not like this. Not like this. And spoiler-free, I'm not getting into any spoilers. So if I accidentally say a spoiler, I'll delete it. Picard and Riker being back together were so good. 7 of 9, making the decision that we see, so good, fitting for that character. I'm just really excited about everything that they're giving us. The scenes were great. Seeing the old ships were great. The new Titan was great. The callbacks to, the TNG ship, awesome. How they talk about it and miss it. The dialogue between the characters that we know. What's happening with Beverly Crusher. We definitely see her in a different light. But I'm digging what's going on, and I cannot wait to find more. And I'll tell you guys this. If they drop the entire season, I wouldn't be making this video right now. I would be in there watching it with my surround sound on my 70-inch, enjoying every moment of it, I hope. So I am really stoked about what they're giving us right now as a fan of Star Trek. And this is something that I am going to get behind and support. So we have a breaking news article here over at the Hollywood Reporter where showrunner Terry Matalas is talking about his goal was to make the best next-gen movie that we never got to see. And I really like some of the things that Matalas says in this interview. We only want to look at the quotes from showrunner Terry Matalas. So he says right here, "It was important to me to give these characters and the fans an adventure that felt not only like Star Trek, but also like the best next-gen movie we never got to see. That they deserved to have." Matalas tells The Hollywood Reporter in an interview prior to the February 16th Season 3 premiere, and appropriately, the show was called today, the show that came out of Picard, the episode was called The Next Generation. And I love that. Such a great callback there. Matalas also talks about Dr. Beverly Crusher. "I always had this idea to meet her in a way that felt totally unexpected. You'd see Beverly sort of walking up, popping into frame, but not being in a traditional Starfleet uniform. She would be on a kind of older, rundown ship, having to grab a phaser rifle and defend her property. And boy, did she ever do that." Matalas also opens up and talks about the first time that he talked with Jean-Luc Picard actor Patrick Stewart. "I had to sit down with Patrick at his dining room table and take him through the story I had in my head for the season. And I was lucky that he was 100% on board. And then, one by one, I met with everyone else, and, once again, I was lucky enough to have them on board to help shape this story together." It just gives me a lot of joy and happiness to see this cast brought back together and have this potential proper send-off that most of us, after watching the first episode, are now expecting to see. A proper send-off. Too bad we didn't get that with Star Wars, but that's a story for another time. Thank you guys for watching this. You can join us on our Patreon to watch the complete episode that dropped today of Picard. We'll be doing reviews later on. We'll be talking about episode 2 when it comes out. So hope you enjoyed this non-spoiler look at Star Trek Picard Season 3, Episode 1, The Next Generation. We are You Are Echo Base Network. We will see you guys on the next one.